When it comes to manifestation, there are many and infinite techniques on how to create the things that you desire to have in life. Now, one of the most famous techniques is called the law of attraction. The law of attraction is basically grounded in the belief system that like attracts like. And it is a simple formula. It is very simple to do and is quite effective, and is something I recommend to a lot of people. And when it comes to law of attraction, I'm often asked, how does one avoid particular things? You know, the love of a lost one, the losing of a house or a car, or losing your job, or various things like that. And how I often respond to that is basically, when it comes to the law of attraction, it's not about focusing on how to avoid suffering, how to avoid obstacles, pain, how to avoid situations where you may feel like, you're inadequate. You may feel like you failed. You may feel like you're not good enough. The law of attraction is grounded in making sure that you're only focused on what it is that you want. Because the philosophy is that when you focus on a particular thing, the universe will align you with that. It's about frequency. And if you focus on a certain frequency, right, or certain emotion, a certain mindset, a certain thought pattern, then the universe will give that to you, because the universe is basically the genie in the bottle. Whatever it is you're constantly thinking about, the universe provides for you. So it's important to not think about what it is that you don't want, because the universe only hears the thing. It doesn't hear what you want or you don't want. It only hears or feels the vibration of whatever pulse vibration, whatever thing that you're constantly thinking about. So it doesn't matter if it's a positive thought about it or a negative thought about it. The fact that you are thinking about it will manifest itself in your life by the means of law of attraction. And so when it comes to the law of attraction, it's not about avoiding situations. That's the first major lesson you must ground yourself in, and realize that it is only about focusing on that which you want. So being in a space where you're in the affirmation of realizing that which you desire to have, instead of avoiding that which you don't desire to have. Because think about it. If you're constantly in a space where you're avoiding something that you don't want, you're constantly thinking about that thing. You're not going to feel good. The vibrations in your body are going to be at a low frequency. And you want to be at a space where you are in alignment with that which you want, which means that you are now vibrating at a higher frequency. And thus the universe is going to aid in you maintaining that frequency. The universe is going to deliver whatever it is you are sending out to it. And so it's important to always stay focused and grounded in what it is that you want. So don't be in a space where you are avoiding, being in a space where you are embracing, okay? Being in a space where you are in the trajectory, on the path of that which you want, not on the path of running away from what you don't want, because the focus is on what you don't want. So in this series, what we're going to do is we're going to break down really getting into that mindset, because the thing with law of attraction, the thing with manifestation is that it is a process, because you have to replace the old programmings that you have in your head and have had for many, many years now. And so though it is possible for you to just make that switch, oftentimes it is a process of unlearning what you have learned and then replacing that with new, mechanisms and new thought patterns and a new paradigm. So you must first recognize that it doesn't serve you to think about what you don't want. It doesn't serve you to think about avoiding pain and suffering. What you must do is embrace and have the mindset of pleasure, joy, and fulfillment. So whatever it is that you do want, that's all that you should focus on. Now, don't get me wrong. Thinking about what you don't want for a second has its purpose, because oftentimes when we're going through life, we're learning, right? It's trial and error. So you're learning what it is that resonates with you and what doesn't. And so oftentimes you have to get clear about what you don't want, but you must focus on its opposite in order for you to be in alignment with the practice of the law of attraction, right? So you have to experience something, recognize, okay, that doesn't resonate with you. Then you have to go to its opposite and realize that it is what resonates with you, and that is what you want. And so that is where your mind should constantly be focused on. Constantly be focused on, but also with the emotions aligning with it, and also the imaginations, the imagining of you already having it in your mind and living from that perspective and that, way of being as your reality. And so there are infinite techniques that you can apply. And what I really want you to understand as we go through this series is that it's not about the technique, because everybody actually has their own technique. Everybody is actually creating and materializing their own way. You are the creator of your universe. So however you create is customized and special for you and you only. Now, we can formulate it and we can look at the similarities between many people's, techniques, and we can understand, okay, generally speaking, this is what people are doing. But you have to recognize when you hear and you think about other techniques, you're really making it your own, okay? Because no one technique or no one, idea, philosophy works for everybody. There's going to be a change in how you approach it because you are different, right? You are unique and you are special. So you have to remember that your consciousness is going to approach it in a way that is in alignment with who you truly are. So when you recognize that as well, then it makes the process a lot easier when it comes to trying different techniques and trying different methods to support you along this journey of really changing your mind and changing your paradigm and how you think about the process of creating your own. Remember, we are always in constant creation of our reality. Everything that happens and we experience, we have created and we are creating. And so now it's a matter of consciously doing it, recognizing you are the one who is in charge and leading in this experience. So now you have to take charge and take ownership of that, and then use whatever techniques resonate with you in order for you to create the thing that you want. So understand that this process is a process. To be patient with yourself, to enjoy the process as you go through it. A lot of things are going to resonate with you and going to make sense. Understand that law of attraction, manifestation, isn't about just the materialization of a thing. It is about the self-realization of yourself. And so this process is just a step along the journey. Manifestation, creating the things that you desire, is a step along the journey, but always focus on what you desire, not what you don't. So be mindful about that. And when you continue to do that, and you continue to try these different methods and techniques that I'm going to share with you, then you're going to apply them, try them out, see if they work for you. If they don't, fine. If they do, then understand that you can change them and you can make them your own, right? Make them your very own and make them work for you in any way, form, or fashion. But the first thing is recognizing that these techniques are designed to keep you in the mindset of thinking about what you want. Emotionally, your thought patterns, your speech, even aligning yourself with other people who will support what it is that you want. Always keeping your circle, always keeping your atmosphere in a space where it can nourish that thing that you wish to create. That's really what this process is about. So as long as you can keep reminding yourself and keep in the alignment of that thing in your mind, feeling it, having it in your mind, moving as if it is, then you are on your way. That is the law of attraction. So all these techniques are just simply not going to magically make the thing materialize. What it is doing is keeping your thoughts in alignment. It is keeping your mindset focused and constantly at a frequency. And that's ultimately the secret behind all of these techniques, is as long as you are keeping your mindset on that frequency, then it is simply just a matter of time before the thing actually materializes itself in physical form. All right. So in the next videos, series, audios, we're going to really break down different techniques that you can use and make your own in order for you to get into keeping with that frequency. Thank you so much. Feel free to go to drabundant.com, get access to my free ebook, The Power Within, while also subscribing to my newsletter. Continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.